All right, well, in our quest to find a good bargain, more people are falling victim to counterfeit products. And in fact, according to a new study out of Michigan State University, 7 in 10 are deceived into buying counterfeit products online. With me now is one of the people on the study, MSU advertising professor Salim Alabash. Salim, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Christy. Thanks for having me.
All right, so when we go ahead and talk about this study, why don't you first off give us an idea of what are the most common counterfeit items?
Well, as you would expect, the most common counterfeit items are ones that are related to necessities, to non-essential products such as clothes, shoes, handbags, and so forth. However, in our study, we also asked participants if they have engaged in buying other types of essential products such as medications and medical devices and electronics. And even though these tend to be sort of a small percentage of participants who have engaged in a global level in buying these products, but when we think about only 7% of the participants have bought medications that were counterfeit, that does raise a lot of concern and alarm in terms of the quality of these products that are substandard and falsified, therefore directly impacting the health and safety of consumers.
Yeah, I mean, it went directly to health and safety. What are the other impacts of buying these types of items?
Well, there's numerous impacts, including the direct impact on the economy, the loss of money for the brands that are producing these authentic products. We also look at other impacts that buying counterfeits directly contribute to global crime. And additionally, there are direct impacts on health and safety. And one recent study that was conducted by another entity has showed that even buying counterfeit clothes can directly impact consumers' well-being. A large percentage of these clothes or bags or things that you put on your face, such as skincare products, often include elevated levels of chemicals that are harmful to the consumer.
All right, so where do we commonly find a lot of these counterfeit products? We think websites. I think ads on social media.
They are found everywhere, and that is part of the big challenge of trying to contain this phenomena. With the proliferation of e-commerce and social commerce, we're seeing that a large number of third-party sellers are invading these platforms and promoting products that are counterfeit, that are illegal, and therefore with little regulation, proactive regulation to contain this phenomena. So anytime that you're seeing a product on a popular e-retail platform or a social commerce platform, there's a decent chance that these products are actually counterfeit.
So when I was looking at some of the study and some of the numbers here, it says 39% buy from websites, 39% are enticed in by social media, and of that social media, 39%, 68% of them are getting it from Facebook. What is it about that platform, I think, that it entices the more people to come in?
Well, I think it is one of the largest platforms, and Meta-owned platforms are dominant in the market, and they have really revolutionized the industry in terms of providing the opportunity for anyone to engage in social commerce. So it is no surprise that these are the platforms where people are using these platforms. So therefore, that intensity of use translates into the availability of these products on these platforms.
Salim, what about the demographic of people? Is it older people that are brought into this, younger people? Is it more men? Is it more women?
Correct. That's a very interesting question. As you would expect, because younger people are digital natives, they are more prone to falling victim to buying counterfeits because they have grown up with technology. So in our study, we found that on a global level, the younger the consumers are, the more likely they are to engage in buying products that are counterfeit. And we also found some really counterintuitive findings. We had thought that stereotypically females are more likely to shop, therefore they would be more prone to buying counterfeit products. And on a global level, we found that males actually are more likely to buy these products than females, with just a slight increase in the percentage of that prevalence. We also found other interesting findings. Whereas in most countries, We do see that those from lower socioeconomic backgrounds are the ones that are buying counterfeit products, mainly because they want to save money and get the bargain, and this is why they buy these products. But in some countries, we also see that folks from higher income levels are the ones that are buying these products. So it's a really complex phenomena in terms of understanding the mindset of the consumer. And one of the findings in our study shows that even though consumers are heavily motivated to buy counterfeit products because of monetary and economical benefit reasons, it is actually the impulsivity and the nature of buying products online that is a stronger predictor of their likelihood to purchase counterfeits, whether knowingly or unknowingly.
The psychology of it is very interesting. But I mean, I guess my last question would be, though, how do we prevent this, or how do we stop the proliferation of this?
Well, this is a classic example of one hand does not clap on itself. There has to be numerous stakeholders involved in protecting consumers and ensuring that they are aware of the risks that are prevalent when they are shopping online. At the level of the consumer, I would say that the major protective behavior is to be skeptical of any good deal that you're seeing online. To try and look for information on who the seller is, try to get to see if there's an address, if you can communicate with them directly. And even when you are in doubt, even though you might lose on that good deal, but try to go through this with very much caution, because we never think about the widespread of this phenomena as it relates to consumer goods. We tend to think about it that it is mainly related to instances of buying clothes, but we were finding that there are counterfeit products in airbags, in airplane parts, in auto parts, in medications. And as we move a lot of these operations online, we have to exercise great caution as consumers. There's also a responsibility for the platforms to provide proactive strategies to try and protect consumers from these dangers.
A lot of excellent information in this study. Salim Alabash, MSU Professor of Advertising, thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Christy. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.